This is Paul. Yeah. In fact, just thinking of the travel arrangements of those in government. Mm, could you get me all the actual entering and enter and exiting of each and every nation? Pooch for the last 40 years. Ouch. Said person, his or her counsel, and upon showing of clear, cogent and convincing evidence. Yeah. That such information is necessary and the appropriate safeguards for strict confidentiality will be maintained. Yeah. You know, for me, yeah. When I tell you that I wasn't there, right now, I wasn't there. State of Washington, yes. Attempted assault with a deadly weapon. Falsey Budnick defendant, yeah. hmm Now, um, somebody decided that they would use the judicial system to falsely accuse people of crimes. Yeah. hmm And then they'd use restoration laws to assault them. Yes. Assaulting them with deadly weapons. Mm. Now, for me, I thought for sure, yes, that if you know of the evidence of somebody being innocent of a crime, you have an obligation to admit that evidence. Now, relocation laws. Did you get a copy of the marriage certificate? See, I'm going to I'm going to prove in a court of law that the Clallam County Superior Court was well negligent, yes, in allowing for a dissolution of marriage. Now, yesterday I talked about how these relocating laws, yeah, where she said, well, he's crazy and he has to have a mental health evaluation and treatment if required. But just kind of looking through the local civil rules of the Superior Court, obviously, when your marriage certificate is issued from the United Nations, yeah, and you traveled to Kosovo to get married, and then you traveled from Kosovo to get back, yes, and you went through, well, numerous nations. I'm thinking, we went through Austria, yes, went through Macedonia. We took a taxi from Macedonia to Kosovo. Yeah. There should be some entering and exiting of the actual nation of Kosovo on our passports. Yeah. And it makes it difficult, yes, to enroll children, yeah, in school when you first have to get divorced from the United Nations, yes, and then you have the establishing of the residency, yeah, and then you petition the court for child support and custody order, yes. See, there are multiple steps necessary, yes, to actually do what is required as the motioning of the court to relocate, yes. Mm. And we have a special situation right now where I'm wanting to sue every school in the United States. I'm wanting to sue the Department of Education, Health and Human Services. Yes, but your court is so corrupt that you don't really appreciate, yes, the number of actual lawsuits that are available to me. Yes. Now, I mentioned yesterday because I did read through this. Yeah. That the Action District Municipal, the lower court should decide the motion for an order of indigency and appointment of counsel. Yes. At public expense after a hearing if the circumstances warrant as follows. Yes. Now, denial generally. Yes. Lower court shall deny the motion. The party has adequate means to pay all of the cost of a lawyer for the appellant review. Order denying the motion for an order of indigency and appointment of counsel at public funds or public expense shall contain findings designating the funds of source of funds available to the party to pay the case for a lawyer. Yes. Now, civil. Yes. Approval generally. If the case is civil case and the party is unable by reason of poverty, yeah, to pay all or some of the costs of a lawyer for review, and if the party has a constitutional right to review partially or wholly at public expense, the lower court shall enter findings of indigency. Yes. Now, it was approved criminal. Lower court shall grant the motion to enter an order of indigency. Yeah. And appointment of counsel at public expense if the party seeking public funds is unable to reason of poverty to pay all or some of the costs of a lawyer. Yes. That's what happened to me on May 29th of 2012. Yes. It was approval generally criminal because it was a district court case. Yeah. Now, it should have been approval generally civil court case in the Superior Court of Clallam County. Yeah. When I was named as a respondent for the Superior Court case. Yes. Now, the Superior Court, yes, should have taken into consideration, yeah, that the motion for order of payment of costs at public expense after hearing if the circumstances warrant. Yes. Now, order of indigency and order of payment of costs at public expense. Mm, mm. Public funds, where appropriate, the items of expense to be paid by the party or amount to the party must contribute toward the expense of review. Yes. The voir devoir opening statement shall not be paid at public expense without specific court approval. Yes. Now, obviously, when you wanted to dissolve a United Nations marriage, you should have taken into consideration the expenses of doing that at the time of the arrest of May 27th of 2012. You should have thought about how expensive it is to get a United Nations divorce before proceeding with the actual petition for dissolution of marriage. Now, I'm making mention of this because I'm going to sue you as Clallam County Superior Court. My wife petitioned the court as an indigent, yes, pro se litigant. Right now, well, the United Nations marriage certificate was what married us. We did not get married by any state of the United States. Yes, the state of Washington did not marry us. Yes, our marriage license is not from any state, any of the 50 states of the United States. We traveled to Macedonia. We took a taxi to Kosovo. Yes, the actual marriage certificate that does or does not require relocating. Yeah, to have a child support order. Yes, because of a child custody order requires that the United Nations. Now, let's say I won a lot of money today, Sheriff. Let's say I won a lot.